What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Love After Lockup Season 3, Episode 40. So, here we go. Let's get this party started. So, Stan and Lisa. Now, we left off last week. Stan and Lisa got into a whole fight. Stan told Lisa, you ain't a good mother. That's why your son is all on the hoo-ha, wah-wah. Now, y'all were in my comments all week long talking about it was a setup. Wasn't nothing really wrong with Lisa's son. It was all just a scam by Todd to try to get something out of Stan. Listen, it may very well have been. I don't know. It may very well have been a whole bunch of you know what and who shot John. Okay, but at the end of the day, it don't change the fact that he told that woman she was an effed up mama. That's all I'm going to say. Regardless of whether it was true or not. That man said, I raised my kids right. You didn't. I mean, there's just not a whole lot of places to go with that. So Lisa is feeling like, what happened? Like, I thought I had him all figured out. I thought that we had this arrangement settled. As long as I was giving you what you need, you was going to give me what I need. And the minute I needed it, you wasn't there. What's good? We see that Lisa got herself a whole box of hair. She done went down to her friend that she was in jail with, who just happens to know how to put extensions. And listen, white people weave and black people weave are just different, right? And it's been interesting these last couple of episodes to see the process of how white women get extensions. It's been very interesting. It's a whole nother skill set. It's like legit, and I'm not even being funny. It's like a whole different skill set. So Lisa got her new hair, honey, and you can't tell her she ain't cute. Now, while this is going on, Stan's friend done came by, and I found it very interesting that Stan's friend, who really don't even care for Lisa, who think that this is a whole lot of you know what and how we gonna get there. And he tells Stan, well, listen, like, you were wrong. Like, how you gonna tell that woman she a bad mama and then expect her not to be mad or feel no kind of way about that? Like, do what? Say what? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. But he ended up calling her to apologize because he told her, his friend told him, like, listen, you owe her an apology. Like, you don't need to throw this away over one argument. You were wrong and you need to call her and apologize. So he ends up calling Lisa to apologize and ask Lisa to meet him for dinner so that he can apologize face to face. So he meets her for dinner. You know, he gets all dressed up. He put on his good wig, honey. And he gets all dressed up and stuff. And she got on her good hair. And she got some heels on and got herself a little black dress, honey. And she meets him for dinner. And she got an attitude, which I probably would still have an attitude too. Like, I'm coming here to hear you out. I ain't necessarily coming here because we back good. But I'm going to hear what you have to say. I'm going to let you talk that talk. Okay? And she's like, I mean, you said some really messed up stuff to me. He was like, I did, and I'm so sorry. He not drinking no wine because I guess he gonna blame the wine. He said, you know what that was? That was me, driving 7 hours to pick you up, only getting a couple of hours of sleep because I was so excited to see you, and then driving, I don't know how long it was, I'm just saying, driving 4 hours back home and then drinking wine without taking a nap or anything. That wasn't me, baby. You know that's not who I am. I'm just gonna blame it on the fact that I was tired and I was cranky, and I'm so sorry. Lisa is looking at him like, but this one I knew that he was full of hoo-ha-wah. When he said, let me go back to the house and I can show you how sorry I am. You just trying to get to the poom poom. You ain't mad. I'm sorry. You really probably don't even feel no kind of way about what you said. You just trying to get to the poom poom, Stan. And Lisa see it. But I'm going to see. Lisa going to probably go for it though because they got an arrangement. She already told him he was paying for that hotel that she had been staying in since he put her out her house. And the other thing is, just like a lot of these other parolees, she's paroled to his house. So she's got to call her parole officer. She said, I got to call my parole officer first thing Monday morning because I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And I got to see if I can get it changed or get somewhere else to stay because I can't stay there. Y'all gonna get enough of getting paroled out to people's houses and y'all don't know them like that. Y'all gonna get enough of that. Now I'm gonna skip over Deontay and Nicole for a minute. I'm gonna come back to them. Let me let me go on and get Brittany and Ray out the way because theirs was real anticlimactic. So Brittany and Ray, so it's been 2 months since he's been at the halfway house. Now he is getting ready to get paroled. And he's getting paroled to her house. And so she's like, oh, daddy coming home. And she getting the house already. She putting their names up on the wall. And she getting, cleaning out half of her closet. She talking about some, he's going to be on house arrest for, I think, 2 months or something like that. She said, what woman wouldn't want her man being stuck and not be able to go nowhere? Am I crazy? I'm not. So anyway, he gonna have an ankle bracelet. He can't go no further than the backyard, child. And she's excited about it. And then she says, and I am going to be the only one coming to pick you up, right? I mean, I'm not going to have to, take your family this time. And he was like, oh, no, baby. It's just you and me, baby. It's just you and me. So she gets her makeup done and puts on her best. I'm not even going to say that was her best outfit. Brittany, girl, what you be wearing? What you be wearing? She drives up to go get him. And here come Grandma in her pickup truck rolling through the parking lot. I said, I know that's right, Grandma. You better come get your baby. You better come get your baby. And that's where it ends. So, honey, we'll see next week how that breaks down. But he had to have told her that he was getting out that day for her to show up. So, Ray, I feel like right now, you the one playing some games. The other thing is she lied to Ray because she done told Ray that her family's excited to meet him. While on one end, her family don't even know when he getting out. And they not excited to meet him, okay? Mama said that she absolutely refuses to participate in this process in any way, shape, or form. So, listen, you can't build a relationship on a house of cards. That's all I'm going to say about that. You lying already. That already should let you know where you are and what's going on with it. But, okay. Deontay and Nicole, let me go on and knock them out. You know what? I started following Deontay on Instagram, and he seems like a really nice guy that takes all of this in stride. You know what I'm saying? He seems to, by following some of his posts and stuff like that, he seems to be a really cool guy. So, Deontay, if you watch my review, shouts out to you, and, But let's get to what we saw on camera, though. So, Nicole is still down to the salon waiting for Deontay to show up because, remember, he paid for her to get her hair done and he done went shopping for her. He walks in there with a whole rack of clothes that he done bought her. And so she goes and gets dressed. She got this nice little red dress on, looks real cute and everything. And they go out for drinks. And it's her friend from jail, not the one she was sleeping with, but the one that was at the salon with her. And then Deontay's friend meets them there. Now, let me give a shout out to Deontay's friend. Shout out to you, friend. Because Deontay's friend was like, what I'm not going to do is play no games. I'm not going to sweet talk, sugarcoat, or none of this. What are your intentions with my friend? Because I think you want some bullshit. And so from there, let me tell you something. Deontay learned more about Nicole in that 10, 15 minute conversation with his friend was interrogating her that he had known in how long they've been dating. However many, I don't know how long it's been that they've been dating. I can't keep up with all these people and they dates and stuff. But listen, what he done got out of Nicole was that Nicole slept with a bunch of women while she was in jail. Nicole was waiting on a friend to meet them there. She admitted that, yeah, she slept with this particular friend. But it's not a big deal, and she don't know why she's tripping. So the whole time Deontay is listening, he like, wait a minute. So one, she don't have no problem sleeping with women in jail, but she can't sleep with me out of jail. Two, she lied to me and said she won't sleeping with nobody in jail, and that she's real nervous about me touching her because it's been so long since she been touched. Three, she been taking all my money and all my, money, and she been giving a poom poom to somebody else. And four, she got me sitting up here looking like a real fool because she got her friend meeting us down here, and had the best friend not got out of her that this was somebody she used to sleep with, probably would have had me smiling and grinning in this woman's face, probably would have had me paying for her meal and everything else. And like he said, It's not different because it's a woman. At the end of the day, you got your ex-girlfriend meeting us here, and you ain't give me no heads up, so you got me looking stupid. Let me tell you something, Deontay. Absolutely, you are absolutely correct, and I'm so appreciative that you let it be known that there is no difference. Just because it's a lesbian relationship does not change the fact that that is somebody that you used to sleep with, and you didn't give me the heads up and the respect enough to say, hey, my ex-boo gonna be here. See? So anyway, they end up having an argument. And Deontay gave me the line of my life. He was like, she said, I don't feel comfortable with you touching me. Because he was like, I don't understand why I can't get none. I'm like, what's up? And she talking about something, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not comfortable with that. He said, but you comfortable taking my money? Child. So she ends up talking him off the ledge because I think at that point Deontay kind of was ready. I feel like slowly but surely Deontay is getting there. Like I feel like he inching closer and closer and closer. And I feel like that might have been pushed him over the edge, but she was able to pull him back. She was able to pull him back a little bit and say boop 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 boop. She promised that she would go home with him and, spend the night or whatever. She said, I can't promise that we're gonna have sex. But I promise I'll go home with you tonight and we'll spend the night. I'll spend the night at your house. So I feel like that got him he felt a little bit better, and they went on back inside because they was outside having this argument, child. But shouts out to the best friend, because had the best friend not came in there, and he told her point blank, listen, I feel like you ain't going to be around but a couple of months. I feel like your intentions are not pure. I feel like you playing games with my friend, but it's all good. I got his back. Shouts out to you, friend. I forget your name. But shouts out to you, friend. That's what you're supposed to do. Because you've already tried to talk to Deontay, and you can't change his mind. And that's okay. He a grown-ass man. He got to make his own decisions. But at the end of the day, you let it be known. We're not playing those kinds of games. All right. So that was that, child. That was that. Okay. So Doug and Rachel, child. Doug and Rachel. So Doug decides that he's going to go visit his family. He said his father is sick. And he needs to see his dad. He don't know how much longer his dad has. And he need to go see his family. The only problem with that is he ain't supposed to be going nowhere on the weekend. Okay? You have Monday through Friday to go out and go see whoever you need to see. They really want you to be out here filling out job applications. But you can use it to go do other stuff. But you got Monday through Friday to do it. You just got to be in the house by 5. But on the weekends, sir, you're not supposed to go anywhere. You got that big ass ankle monitor on your foot. That they know when you going, where you going, and how you getting there. So I'm not understanding you being so defiant, talking about you gonna go see your father, and Rachel is telling you, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. I just don't think that's a good idea. You need to be grateful. You need to understand. You need to play by the rules. And she was like, what happened to the I'm so happy to be here and I'm gonna do what I need to do? Where'd that go? Well, that went out the damn window, 10 minutes after he said it, to be real about it. So he gets Rachel to take him because basically he's like, listen, I'm going, either you taking me or I'm going to get there, however I'm going to get there, but I'm going. So she ends up driving him down there, and they're going to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Remember when people used to say such and such to Kalamazoo? I used to think, I didn't realize Kalamazoo was a real place when I was a kid, because that was one of my mother's sayings, I'm going to knock you into Kalamazoo. My mama wasn't abusive, but I just feel like that was something she would say. Anyway. So, and he once again reminds us that he just grew up very poor. He was like, if it wasn't for welfare, I don't know how we would have made it as a family. He was like, on Christmas, one year for Christmas, I got a blanket and something else he said he got, child. So he's just once again reiterating how poor he is. Rachel lets us know that she has had contact with the family while he was in jail to take little Dougie to go visit and things like that. And she said they've been very welcoming to me. They've been very, welcome. She was like, but let's just say we ain't grow up the same. I said, that's a nice way of saying that we are not the same. Okay. So they get down there, they surprise his father, and his father breaks down in tears. He really is happy to see him. He is really, really upset. And he is there for, I don't know how long he was there, but it was the same day. And he ends up getting into an argument with his sister. Now, it seems as though one of his sisters took custody of Dougie when Big Doug went to jail. But the other sister was trying to tell him, but she didn't treat him well. She didn't treat your son well. She was mean to him. She was, abusive to your son. And he's defending her. He's like, well, she took him in when nobody else would. And the other sister was like, I would have taken him in, but my husband got a felony. I couldn't legally do it, but I'm trying to let you know, though, that you sitting up here giving her all these kudos, and she was not nice to him. So they end up getting to an argument. He ends up cussing his sister out, calling her all kinds of B's and everything else. And all the while, Lil Dougie is crying because I'm sure in his mind he feels like it's his fault that they're arguing. And that's where that ended. Listen, I just feel like they're going to be waiting for Doug when he get home on Monday. Because he did call his parole officer and told the parole officer what he was going to do and why he was doing it. That's not how that works, Dougie. Big Dougie. Last but not least, we have Anissa and Jeff. Is it Anissa? I believe it's Anissa and Jeff. Now, Jeff has been in the halfway house for 2 weeks, and so she is trying to drive down to go see Jeff. Honey, she done got herself together, and she is driving to go see her man. Well, as she's driving, she gets a phone call from him, and he was like, oh, I got some bad news. And she was like, what? Well, they're putting my ankle bracelet. They got to put my ankle bracelet, because he told her he had a day pass. And it was supposed to be for him to go shopping, but she was like, but we can go in the dressing room and have sex. We could still, have some intimate time together. So he calls her and tells her that before he can go on his day pass, he has to get his ankle bracelet put on. And the guy who has to do it basically told him, I don't have time to do that today. I'll do it when I get around to it. Now, I ain't never been in jail. And I'm not going to sit here and say that can't be a possibility or that can't happen. I'm going to just say, I don't think that is an accurate statement. So then he tells her, she says, well, I got all these things for you. She's bought him food and I'm sure some other stuff that he need. And he was like, yeah, well, you can still bring that. You can't have your man in here starving, right? And she was like, no. So he tells her, you can come and leave the stuff on the picnic table outside, and one of the guards will come and get it off the picnic table. So she does. And y'all know the sneaky cameras waited to see who was going to pick the stuff up off the picnic table. And it looked like it was Jeff. It looked like Jeff brought his happy ass out to that picnic table and picked up them bags as soon as he felt like her ass was gone. That's what it looked like had happened. And she said that she is upset because she thought she was going to have sex that day because it had been 4 years since she had her some sex. I said, y'all gonna get enough of being celibate for these people. That's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, that was it. That was all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of the shenanigans. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.